Daphne, and welcome to today's reading vlog. This is my first vlog in the Christmas season. The tree is set up. Chase actually set this up for me, which was super sweet because I've been away for over a week visiting my grandmother and hanging out with my mom. It was the three of us down in Florida. We had brought the tree back after visiting Chase's parents on Thanksgiving because we keep it there, and I wasn't gonna have time to set it up until I returned from my trip, which was yesterday. I got back. And I came home to the tree set up and all decorated, which was really sweet. I thought that was super cute of him to do because he knows the tree is important to me, even though he doesn't particularly care about the tree. So, husband points for him for sure. Anyway, this is a reading vlog, so let me talk about books. I have one book I definitely know I want to read. All right, so I am reading The House in the Cerulean Sea. I've started it. I am 150 pages in, and I've been annotating it as well, which is super fun. I'm reading this for my family book club. I'm in another book club. Okay, my family members asked me to help them set up a book club. It's very small right now. I recommended this book to them to read, and I'm actually really loving it so far. I know it's a bit maybe on the scope of controversial on booktube because some people are mad about the inspiration that this author had for this book. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on that after I finish it, but in and of itself, I'm really enjoying this book. It's very whimsical and fun, and obviously it has like a larger, darker element to it, but it's not that deep yet. I mean, there are things that are obvious conflicts. So if you don't know anything about this book, this is a story about this man named Linus. He is a caseworker for these magical children that live in orphanages across the country. And he's just like a caseworker. He goes, he checks up on the kids, makes sure that the caretakers are taking, good care of these children, and if they're not, he writes up a report and things get handled from there. He has no idea what happens after his reports are filed, so if he gives a bad report on an orphanage, like not doing what it needs to do to take care of these children, he doesn't know what happens after that. But he acts like he cares. He cares about the kids, but at the same time, he doesn't care enough to know what happens to them after he's done. You know what I mean? So that kind of pisses me off about him. He's just living in ignorance and acts like that's acceptable, so he doesn't have culpability. But I'm sure we'll find out more. So this particular case he's working on takes place on this island by the sea, and it's very, very top secret. He's been called in by extremely upper management, as they call it in his corporation, and they've assigned him this case because he's been working there for so long and he doesn't ask any questions and he's very professional and all this stuff. So the kids here on this island are very different from any of the other kids around. I won't tell you what the deal is with these kids because that will kind of spoil it, and it's part of the fun. But yeah, that's the premise, and there's a little bit of romance as well. Linus is gay, and he is set up to have a romance with the caretaker, this man named Arthur. So intrigued to see where that goes. Not much romance at all at page 150, but Linus is realizing he is slightly attracted to Arthur, the caretaker, and is trying to keep it professional. Again, so the controversial part with the inspiration has to do with, I believe, indigenous, I should probably look this up, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with indigenous children being taken from their families and thrown into these orphanages. And it's there weren't really orphanages. They just wanted to reprogram them to be more Anglo-Saxon, I guess, in belief and community and society and all this stuff, and it's just sad. I'm gonna look into it more so I can speak more verbosely on it and have a better scope of what's going on, but the little bit that I do know, I find it confusing that people are mad about that he took inspiration from that, because it's clear that something horrible is going on behind the scenes by this corporation in this book, right? Clearly something bad is going on. So for people to be mad that he took inspiration from something bad that happened in real life and then put it in a book, I don't understand fully yet, because there are so many fantasy books that have to do with slavery and people don't bat an eye. There are so many books that are based on prejudice, whether it's monsters or aliens or whatever, special powerful beings or whatever, in a racist way. that people don't bat an eye. So that confuses me and kind of frustrates me where they're like, oh, he took something negative and put it into a book and made it fun. It's like people do that all the time. Sorry, I don't know. But I'll think on it. I'll look up some stuff and see what else. But I don't understand why that's a thing. It's like, you know how many books that I have to like put up with being out in the world where it's like, oh my god, this beautiful blonde white girl is a slave and like she's treated so poorly and the whole world is white. They don't mention any POC characters and you're supposed to root for this girl because she's like a slave and like how she's gonna overcome that, and there's no black people or any other races in the book. And people don't bat an eye on that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand that. Interesting discussion. But yeah, moving on. I have to figure out what else I want to read. I have a lot on my TBR. I just released my TBR video with my mom where she picks my TBR, and then I have a couple Christmas books that I also want to read. So I'm thinking, since I'm reading a non-Christmassy book as a requirement in this vlog, I might as well add a Christmassy one. And in my TBR, I mentioned Dear Monster Claus and the Christmas Fix, but I just saw a video from Peace Love Books, aka Jess, and she read a Christmas book that she gave 5 stars. And it's called Wreck My Plans, and I'm gonna let this book wreck my plans and just read it. So I downloaded it on my Kindle from KU. I think it's like a friends to lovers situation, or like they can never be together because it's like her brother's best friend, and then they have like this situation, this romantic situation over the holidays. But that could be completely wrong. Should I look into it? Probably. It's very short. It's under 300 pages, so I like that aspect as well. Oh, okay, so what I said is accurate, but to add on top of it, our hero, Gavin, he's in love with the heroine, Lena, allegedly. I think he's in love with her. It says he's been dreaming of her since he left, so he like disappeared for 3 years, and the main character hasn't seen him in a long time. She didn't think he was gonna be at this Christmas holiday thing that like with her family or whatever. I guess he's always around her family, because it says he's been dreaming of her since he left, but giving into his feelings would risk the only home he's ever known. So I guess he has a found family with her actual family. I don't know what his background is. Maybe he like doesn't have any other family, and he doesn't want to ruin that, but he's pining for her, it sounds like, and it seems like she's pining for him as well. So we got some mutual pining, and hopefully it's really fun. I have high expectation, not super high. I mean, it's like a random book, but like, I'm thinking it's gonna be a fun time at a minimum because Jess gave it 5 stars. So those are the 2 books I'm gonna be reading in this vlog. Who knows what else I'll be reading or doing. Plans wise for the week, and this month, I kind of got a lot going on. I always have to keep my Google Calendar up to date, otherwise I'll lose track of everything. I have to film an announcement video today for a readathon that's coming up in January. It's definitely gonna be out before this vlog, so I'm gonna link it up in the corner for you, but it's Hannah Blackwell's Once Upon a Readathon, and it's the Frostlands edition. So it's all icy and wintry themed, and I will be a co-host, so I'm very excited about it. I am a snow princess. So I am gonna be filming that announcement today. And then also I have game night with Maddie. I'm gonna be going to Brooklyn to hang out with her and some of our other friends, do some board games and stuff, maybe some card games, I don't really know. And hopefully I can convince some people to play that Cooking Mania game. I forget what it's called, but I'm obsessed with it. And I was making them play it with me the last time on her Switch. And it's kind of like a stressful time-based game, and they were like getting too stressed playing it. Me, I'm like, let's keep going. Like, this is so fun. So hopefully I can convince somebody to play it with me. And then I have my family book club on the 8th, so that's Friday. I have to finish this book by Friday. Today is Monday. And then that same night, Maddie is having like a birthday night out slash sleepover slash brunch going into Saturday. So I'm gonna try to catch up with the group to do that. I don't want to miss Family Book Club because I already asked them to move. It was actually supposed to be last Friday, and I just couldn't read the book. I just didn't have time to read. I was spending time with my mom and my grandma, so I just didn't want to like isolate myself and be reading. I rather spend quality time with them. So I asked Family Book Club to move the meeting, and then Maddie sent me the invite a couple hours after that. And I was like, I'm not asking them to move it again. So yeah, those are the plans for this week. I might be transitioning to living at Ina's apartment in this vlog, or maybe I'll just start that in the next vlog, because I'm pet sitting her dog, Bob, while she's out of town and while her other friend who's been watching Bob is out of town as well. So I'm gonna be spending the week after this week living at Ina's place, so that'll be fun. You'll get lots of Bob content. He is an English Bulldog. He's a very sweet boy. The only thing I'm not looking forward to is picking up his very human man-sized poos. But for my friend, I'll do anything for her. And I love Bob also, but I don't love the idea of that. That's it for this intro. I know it's been kind of long and chatty. I'll catch up with you again when I'm doing something fun and interesting, or if I have a reading update for you. See you in a bit. Hi, it's another day. Actually, it's another night. I'm on reading sprints with Sam and Eliza. And I'm doing reading of the Cerulean Sea. It's Wednesday night, and I need to finish this by Friday night, like I told you, and I have to go into the office tomorrow. Not that I get any reading done during the day, and I haven't done any reading in like the last 2 or 3 days. So I gotta really power through. I'm not even halfway through this book. I'm definitely gonna focus on reading during sprints and do as much reading as I can physically do. I'm pretty exhausted. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. last night. Let me put you down. I had friends game night yesterday, which was super fun. I'm just like out of the habit of vlogging, so I forgot to film any clips. But we did go to a little free library that we found along the way, me and Monica, because we went over there together. It was in Brooklyn, and Monica lives in the same building as me. She found like a witchy book. She loves witchy things. And then we played some code names, and then I played this cute like co-op game called Unravel, I think, Unravel 2. And super fun. But yeah, I was trying to upload my announcement video for Hannah's Once Upon a Readathon, and it just was like not working. I was having all these technical difficulties. I was like trying to upload it at game night, and it just wouldn't download. Like my hard drive was all messed up. Devastating. So I ended up staying up late to make sure I could fix the problem. I had to delete a lot of old footage off my hard drive so it would work better. So yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I was disappointed in myself that I failed and I didn't post the video with everybody else on the correct day, and I had to post it a day late. But it is what it is. I'm going to keep reading. Hopefully I can finish this book without losing too much sleep. I have a special guest behind me. His name is Bobby. Hi, Bobby. You a good boy? Okay, so this vlog kinda changed. Originally, I was gonna just do like a weekly vlog, but the whole week went by since I started it and I just didn't vlog. I was just very busy. Mentally, I just did not have the capacity. I was exhausted. I could make all the excuses, okay? It just didn't get done. So we're gonna continue the vlog for however long I see fit. The lighting isn't that great, but I wanted Bob to be in the background, so maybe we switch up the position of the camera. Okay, that's kind of cute. You can still see him. All right, so I have some updates. I've done a lot of reading of House on the Cerulean Sea. So today is Saturday. It's Saturday night. Also, for context, if I didn't already say, I'm in Weehawken. I'm pet sitting Bob for my friend Ina while she's away. Her other friends, I definitely mentioned this in the vlog, are pet sitting Bob. Normally, they've had him for a while, and they're going on a trip for a week, so they needed a secondary pet sitter where I'm subbing in. So we're all doing like the best we can to make Bob comfy and taken care of and all that stuff. So I'm helping out for the week, a little over a week. But I had book club for this scheduled for Friday. However, one of the ladies couldn't make it. She was like, she just had too much work stuff going on, and she's West Coast, so it was like, we were already meeting at 9, and it just was not gonna happen. I had like 160 pages to read on Friday to finish this in time, but I was determined to get it done. because we had it planned, right? So I'm reading it, I'm like focused, I got my timer on, I'm like, okay, I'm averaging like a minute and a half per page. But whatever it was, I mathed it out that I needed like 3 hours of like eyes on page reading at a minimum to like get it done. So I have 60 pages left because that night, it was getting kind of closer, probably like 3 hours. There's literally sirens no matter what I do. Whether I'm in New York or whether I'm in Weehawken. And I have the window open because I'm airing it out because the place was a little stuffy and Bob is a smelly doggy. He smells so strong, he definitely needs a bath. I talked to Ina about it and she showed me where his shampoo and stuff is, so I'm gonna give him a bath probably tomorrow. So yeah, I have 60 pages left because we ended up canceling the book club. We moved it till Monday. So I have like 2 days to read the rest of it and I've been absolutely loving it. I've been annotating it, as you can see, which has been really fun. It's very cute. It's an adult book, but it does give like children's book vibes of just like the storytelling of it. Obviously there are a lot of children in the plot. It's very sweet. But then at the same time, like the lesson on prejudice and judging people based on what they look like or preconceived notions is very like on the nose. It's a very pounded in lesson, you know what I mean? Which would be appropriate for a child. Like I feel like you could read this book to a child and it would be fine, but I'm not done yet. There is a touch of romance, which I love, but it's like barely there. They're very professional because our main character, Linus, is there for work. And I just, you know, like things have to come to a conclusion. So I'm at this like climax of the story where he's done doing his assignment and it's like, what is he gonna do next? There have been things revealed about key characters, which I kind of saw coming. It was hinted at a little bit, so I wasn't super surprised. But yeah, it's really sweet and I'm having a good time. Most of my tabs are pink because I've been loving it. So things that made me laugh. It's very funny, very charming. The children are just amazing, adorable, hilarious, odd, a little dark, but like in just a childish way. So I'm curious to see what Linus is gonna do because he doesn't really have much of a life back home. Like he just lives in the city, he just works and like he doesn't seem that happy. He doesn't seem miserable, but he's not like happy. And this place, when he went to this little island, brought so much good out of him and you could see how much happier he was. I guess I'll have to find out, but I'll let you know when I finish it. So yeah, that's my reading update. I did start Wreck My Plans, I think it was called, a little bit last night. Sorry if you can hear Bob snoring. I only read maybe like 5 to 10 pages. It's a type of story where our heroine is really down on her luck. I think she lost her job. I'm pretty sure she lost her job. And she's just like, all my friends are in serious relationships and they're getting married or they have babies and like I'm alone. And it's not something that I personally can relate to considering I'm a married woman, but I know that can be relatable to a lot of people. So it's giving a very rom-com setup right now. So we'll see how I enjoy it. It is short, it's under 300 pages, I believe. He's snoring. I'm just gonna try it out and hopefully I have a fun time. Hopefully it gives the Christmassy vibes. I ordered some Thai food on Uber Eats. I'm waiting for it to come. My carrier, the biker guy, was on his way and then I saw he was 3 minutes away, so I was like, okay, let me just meet him in the lobby because he's gonna try to call Ina's phone when he goes to the door because it's like an app or whatever. So I was like, I'll just meet him at the door. He just canceled on me. Like he was 3 minutes away and canceled. I was like, what the heck? He was so close. I literally went down to the lobby. I texted him and was like, I'm in the lobby, and then it canceled. So I ordered it from the same place again because I really wanted Thai food. And I'm just hoping it gets here. I'm just hungry. I've been waiting. So I'm a little peeved. Let me show you Ina's place, I guess. This is the front door. Hello. Here's her kitchen. So this is what you get in Jersey. You get like more modern stuff for less. They have a coat closet here. They have their bathroom, which has another door into the one bedroom. The living room. They've got their dining room set up like this. I'm gonna work from here. Probably eat my dinner here. You can kind of see through the window, but they have a view of the city. Bobby, his toys. Then they have like laundry, which is fucking amazing. We do not get that in New York. Mad jealous. Something you cannot normally get in New York, which I feel the pain of. And then they have their bedroom. They're getting a new bed, so the mattress is on the floor right now. So yeah, they're getting a new bed, whatever. So this is the setup for now. Big window, they got their big TV in here. Walk-in closet, big closet. Another mirror. And then this is the door back to the bathroom. So yeah, I went to Whole Foods and picked up some snacks and some, oh, and I should have put these away because they're Amy's and they need to be frozen. So I got some pretzels, some spicy popcorn, veggie straws, and then I got some Amy's meals because I'll probably eat these for lunch so I don't have to worry about every day. Like, these are good to have. So I got like a green curry, pad thai, and like a Mexican one. That way, if I don't feel like cooking lunch one day or don't have leftovers, like I have something easy. So that's the update I have for now. I'm probably gonna do some reading after I eat my dinner. I'll probably watch some Vlogmas while I eat and just relax and kind of just try to get used to this new environment and just having Bob around and like just not being in my own home. Honestly, I was a bit sad. I missed Chase. I was away for a week visiting my grandmother, which was amazing, right after Thanksgiving into early December. And then I spent the last week with Chase, but he's just been swamped with work, so I didn't really see him too much. And I had a bit of social plans that he didn't tag along for. So like I had the game night, he didn't go. I didn't film that, I'm so sorry. I think I mentioned that in this vlog earlier. And then Maddie had her birthday, like night out. So I went to that last night, but Chase was like drained from work, so he didn't go. Though we did get dinner together at a nice restaurant, which was nice. Time spent together, but he was like barely awake. So yeah, I just like miss him. And now I'm gonna be away again, and he can't stay here because it's too far from his job and he just has to be in the office too early in the morning. But we're gonna get brunch together tomorrow in Jersey. We'll meet up. But I really wanna be a good friend and help Ina and Nick out, and John and Julia take care of Bob and all that stuff. So it's important, and I would do anything for them. But I can also have conflicting feelings about it. Like, I wanna do it, but also it's just like, I miss him. But enough rambling. I'll catch you later. Update, the food arrived. I'm so happy it made it. Watching some YouTube and Bobby is begging. I'm gonna feed you soon, baby, after I finish. Because your food is smelly and it's not vegan. Like, obviously it makes sense. He's a dog, he's not vegan. But like for me, being a vegan, it's weird to have to like handle food again that isn't vegan food. So I have to go to the grocery store tomorrow, and Ina was like, oh, call me so you can like know what things to do and like how to prepare it for him. So he eats like egg and like ground beef and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's no problem. But I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I don't want to have to handle that food, but I'll do it. Okay, I'm gonna eat my dinner. Morning, Bobby. Good morning. I don't know if my face is clean. I did not wash my face yet. I just put my contacts in and I out here walking Bob. He's here. We've got a beautiful view of Hudson Yards today on the Jersey side. He stopped moving. He stopped walking. But he did poo and I picked it up, and it took me 2 bags to pick up, but we did it. We did it, so I'm proud of myself. Come on, Bobby. Come on. Come on. Come on. So we're walking back home now. Why are you being stubborn? Can we walk? Please. Come on. Come on. I'm still stronger than you. I finished reading The House on the Cerulean Sea last night, so I will tell you about it when I get back to the apartment. It's a beautiful day. It's surprisingly warm. So it's my first morning here, dog sitting. Bob is laying on the floor over here. But I wanted to update you on the house in the Cerulean Sea. So I think I'm gonna give it 4.5 stars. It was very cute, very sweet, but again, there were things that were just like very obvious. The romance at the end, it's definitely, in my opinion, fine to read with a child or a young person. I think it's totally fine. And it was just so cute, found family, adorable. It made me laugh, it made me feel good. It was nice to read a feel-good book for the first time in a while, and I appreciate it for that for sure. So I'm excited to talk about this with my family in a couple days. Tomorrow? I guess because today's Sunday. Yeah, our meeting's tomorrow. And I'm gonna dive more into some Christmassy books. So like I said, I started Wreck My Plans, but I haven't continued. I don't have any other physical books here with me because I need to focus on my Kindle books anyway. All my Christmassy books are on KU. I'm gonna be meeting Chase for brunch in Hoboken. I'm gonna try to get there at 12 to put our names down. It's almost 11:30 right now, and he's gonna get there at about 12:30. It's a type of place that doesn't take reservations, so you kind of just have to go and put your name down. So the sooner I get over there, the better, because I've waited probably about an hour before for that place. It's pretty popular, especially on Sunday. I don't know what this vlog is gonna be like, but I'll just keep vlogging. Whoa. The little hop is so funny. Play by yourself. It was beautiful.
Oh, we love that. That was fun.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we
We
went
went to
there.
rum
We did the
tour.
Appleton rum tour.
Yes, we did the Appleton Rum Tour. That was really cool.
It was
to learn about.
nice. The rum tour was nice, huh?
Yeah, it was really cool to learn and see everything.
I think YS is one of the best natural
Okay.
attractions in Jamaica.
Oh
I
my
personally.
Other than the beaches.
Yeah.
Are you a handsome boy? Are you a handsome boy? Icy boy. Icy boy. You got a runny nose? You need a tissue? You need a tissue? You may get you a tissue? Good boy. This is sweet boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Don't stop my face, okay? Yes. Hello, I am a fashion queen today. Not really. I'm wearing the same quarter zip because it was cold outside, but I'm wearing other clothes underneath, okay? Clean clothes. Anyway, I'm here to update you. You're a little crooked. Let's straighten you out. I'm here to update you on some reading, some life stuff. So I had my family book club last night. We did it on Discord. And it was cool to speak with family members that I like hardly ever see. I haven't seen them in years. One of the women in the book club, I've never met her before. She's like the partner of a family member of mine. So yeah, that was really nice. I'm really trying to prioritize family a lot more in my life going forward. I've just had like this wake-up call. In short, I watched a Netflix documentary about how people live to 100 years old, and a key thing is having family around you. So that like woke me up to prioritize my grandparents more, and then that rejuvenated my desire to, or like sparked this desire to reconnect with older family members and then just family in general. So I'm really trying to do that. I do have a large family, but it's at like the grandparent level. So, and a lot of the family members are spread out across the country. So it makes it very challenging for me to get to know them because I don't even know who everybody is. I don't know their names. I don't know how they're related to me, you know, so it's really challenging, but I'm trying to fix that. So yes, the book club was very successful. They really enjoyed House on the Cerulean Sea. I have my copy somewhere. So yeah, this book was a success. I ended up giving it 4.5 stars, and it seemed that was the general consensus with the other members of the book club as well. They thought it was funny that I annotated it. They were like, Lordy. But I just think it's so much more fun that way. You know, it depends on the book. Not every book needs to be annotated, but this one was definitely fun to do that for. Anyway, I started this book, which I'll pop up on the screen. It's Wrecked My Plans. It's a short-ish book. I think it's like less than 300 pages. And at first, I wasn't really sure about it. I just wasn't really in that headspace for a rom-com-y romance. But I don't know if it's gonna be rom-com-y after I got a little bit further in. The way it's formatted, I started getting like more invested, okay? Because our main character, she's Brazilian, which I like. Her name's Lena, and our love interest is Gavin. So Gavin is a friend of the family. He's her brother's like best friend. He's 10 years older than her, and they have this past that as the reader you don't really know that much about. All we know is that Lena had a bit of a crush on him. He clearly has been pining after her. Like, we're getting both perspectives. We're inside both of their heads. He hates that about himself. Like, he feels like he feels that he shouldn't be pining after his best friend's little sister, and she just thought she had an innocent crush. And like, we're just slowly, as the reader, like unraveling this history that they had. In addition, 3 years ago, he just like disappeared. Like, he stopped coming to their family Christmases. Oh my God, this is so much context. Pretty much, Gavin would only be around 1 week out of the whole year over the Christmas break. And that's when they became friends, got to know each other and all this stuff. One of the years, like, it seemed that he did something to really embarrass her. I have no idea what it was at like this Christmas Eve party. And then he just disappeared for the next 3 years. So Lena was supposed to celebrate Christmas, not with her family this year. She was supposed to go with her best friend, but that family ended up getting sick, so she decided to last minute surprise her family and show up at their normal Christmas week celebration stuff, and Gavin is there. The only reason he was there was because he thought she wasn't gonna be there. So yeah, it's this forced proximity situation. We're trying to figure out what happened. I think that format makes it more interesting because obviously they know what happened, but as a reader, like, that's part of the mystery, like, what happened, you know? And then obviously trying to see if they can overcome this awkwardness and just like be in love together, you know? So he met Lena when she was 19 and he's 10 years older, so he was 29. I'm 29 right now. And I'm trying to think to myself, as a woman, I could not. I mean, obviously I'm married, but like a 19-year-old man is just a child, okay? It's different. But like a 19-year-old woman, I could see how like a 29-year-old man might get infatuated with a young woman, but at the same time, at first I was kind of like, ugh. But it's a little taboo. It just adds to the conflict and the like intrigue and the interest and the like should they, shouldn't they kind of vibe. Enjoying it a lot more now that I'm invested in this mystery of like what happened. So we're gonna end this vlog when I finish this book, hopefully before the weekend, definitely before the weekend, because I want to start a fresh new vlog. I have a Christmas party coming up on Saturday to continue the Christmassy festivities. I figure we sit with Bobby for another last quick update. The last fun update that I have for you is that I posted my friend swap book haul. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday on December 11th. Which was my friend who I featured in the book haul's birthday. I filmed it like months ago, but I finally had time to post it. It perfectly worked out that I posted it on her birthday. I'll link that video in the description and show you some of the funny Instagram stories that she posted about it. She's just like, she's like, oh my God, all the existential books that I gave you. And she laughed that I titled the video Sad Girl or Sad Woman Core. And yeah, that was just so funny. I'm glad she had a good giggle out of it. That's it for now. I'll update you later when I've done some more reading, and I'll catch you in another clip. Ready, Bob? You did it! Wow, you missed so many times before that. Wow, that was really close. Oh, you missed. Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. Don't bite me. Hi, I am finishing up this Christmas book. I have like less than half an hour left to read. I'm on reading sprints on Sam's channel, and I've been loving it. So I'm gonna finish it and then I'll talk to you more about it. Look, am I sick? Good boy, Bobby. I'm so proud of you. Oh, shit. Dang. He's eating. I'm so happy. He like barely ate last night. This is so good. How much are you gonna eat, baby? Good boy. Being a dog owner, not that I own this dog, but just like for all the dog owners and pet owners and stuff, like, this is so much work. I know Sam and Eliza both have multiple animals, and I'm just like not wanting to do that right now anymore. It's just too much work. Just want to be able to move about and do whatever I want, not have to deal with dog poop and like all this stuff, like especially being the primary caregiver. Like when I was just a kid, you could just enjoy the pet. You didn't have to do anything, but like having to take care of them is so much work. I'm just tired. I work all day, and then I have my hobbies, and I have my social life. It's like just another thing to add to my list of obligations, and I just don't want to do it right now. But for my friend, I will do it. But for myself, I'm not going to add that as a 15+ year commitment. Now I'm just going to check on work, do some little bits if I need to. It's been a slower day after like the crush of like the last 2 days being super busy. So grateful for a little bit of a break, but also it's nice to like have stuff to do. So I'm just gonna check out my computer and then I'll talk to you about my final thoughts. All right, it's been a minute. I actually got busy with work, but I do wanna wrap this up. So I finished Wreck My Plans on my Kindle, and I ended up giving it 4 stars. Sorry, Bobby's here if you can hear him breathing heavy. He's still sitting on the couch like he's been for days and days and days. He's got his little teeth out. You are quite the character, mister. Look at that face. Look at that face. Yes, say hello to the people. To the people. You're saying, yes, I'm Bob. Hello. This is a channel takeover. Anyway. So like I was saying, I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was a really fun time. I don't know if there's like much I can say besides like the tropes. It's like extreme pining, there's age gap, there's best friend's little sister, there's big brother's best friend, you know, whatever, like the reverse. There's found family. Our hero, Gavin, his main hang up with like being very averse to trying to be romantic with our heroine, Elena, is because her family is very important to him. They are his found family. Like he was in the foster care system for like his entire life. He just always felt abandoned, and he really doesn't want to mess that up. And then obviously it's his best friend's little sister, and there's this huge age gap and all this stuff. Lena feels like she's always the stepping stone for other people. Like whoever dates her ends up like leaving her shortly after and finding like their forever person. You know, she's like, I'm the stepping stone. They figure out what they actually want in a relationship after being with me, and then I'm just left with no one. So they have a little bit of hurt. Him significantly more. He said some really sad stuff in it. There's like trigger warnings for self-harm thoughts and stuff with him. Very minor, but like it's very serious. Like he's gone through some hard times. No, don't squeak. Don't squeak. Oh, you gotta squeak right now, Bobby. You haven't squeaked all day. Having a dog and trying to film is very hard. It's less than 300 pages, so I would definitely recommend it. It's a fun time. It definitely builds. It starts out very rom-com-y, or like you kind of anticipate it to be rom-com-y, but it's not that too much, and it gets very like emotional, not like heavy, dark emotional, but like you can just feel it. Like I was blushing, okay? And you just feel the pining so good. If you love pining, this is a great book for that, so I would recommend. That's all I have for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me for the last few days to 2 weeks. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it, and obviously it helps out my channel, and I will catch you in another video. Bye. Say bye, Bob. Bye.